back here. What Taxi's not here. What's the situation? What's the status? I guess he's still in Europe after his international duty.
Yeah, we're obviously still waiting for a decision to be made by the MLS. What I can say is Taxi is adamant that he hasn't um, said the word which he was accused of. I know it's been very difficult for him, for his family, seeing things online, getting a lot of abuse. So it's been really tough for him. So he's going to stay in Greece for a few days because mentally it's it's a serious situation and he's struggling a bit mentally with it. So we're respecting him and we want him to get right. And obviously while we're waiting for the conclusion of the investigation, but I can't stress, obviously speaking to Taxi, he's adamant that he's done no wrongdoing. So I think the most important thing is now is we give him the time to be with his family and we await the outcome of the investigation.
And do you expect him back here early next week, regardless of?
Yeah, we need to monitor the player, I think, because it's a serious accusation. It can have a real impact on you mentally as well. So we need to monitor the player and do what's right for him, but what's right for the team as well. So we're staying on top of it. We're monitoring it because for himself and his family, have really struggled with it. So yeah, I think we've done everything we can in terms of helping the MLS with the investigation. We await the outcome, but the player's mental health is important also, and we need to make sure that's right, and obviously pending the results of the investigation.
Right. Have you been interviewed for the investigation, I imagine?
No, I haven't
No?
been
He
interviewed. No.
didn't reach out to you?
No.
Oh, okay. Good. Where do things stand now with Bill?
Bill, congratulations to Bill and
Yeah.
his girlfriend. I think obviously had a newborn,
Yeah.
which is great. And then yeah, I think that's I don't know. I think hopefully he comes in next week. So I don't know. He hasn't been in. He hasn't trained. I'm sure he spent some time with his girlfriend and his new baby. So nothing's really changed really since last time we spoke.
So still possibility he could.
Yeah, I think listen, as a club we want to do the right thing, and hopefully we can do that and build some minutes in the last game. But it's exactly the same situation what I said to you a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
He needs to train really to be able to get that, because it's been quite a few weeks now since he has.
Yeah. So last time he was in a formal training session was.
I think he's trained the team once, I think, since I've been here. So obviously he was coming back from an injury. He trained the team once since I've been here, and then obviously he's took time out to be with his girlfriend and
Yeah.
during the pregnancy. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, hopefully he comes in next week.
Andy's out, right? It's got to be disappointing to see him
Yeah,
have another setback.
yeah, that's always the concern. I think first of all, I encourage players to. I know some coaches maybe don't, but I encourage players to go on international duty. I think it's a huge honour to get called up by a country,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes that's the risk, which is there in terms of players getting injured. And unfortunately, he got injured in a training session, and we certainly lose him for the next two games, and
Mm-hmm.
still waiting the results and the outcome of how long it actually is going to be. But yeah, it's disappointing.
And Victor is going to travel straight to Montreal from Europe?
Yeah, he's going to travel straight to Montreal, so we'll meet up with us once we get there. We just felt it was more ideal having a long flight
Yeah.
from Europe here than another flight. It just made sense to have him fly straight to Montreal and just have the one flight and meet us there.
bring some of the young kids to Montreal, or maybe save them for the home game?
Yeah, I think it's players who've been round the first team. You know, Koo has been really good in the last few games. For Loudon, he's been training better, so Koo will travel with us. And then obviously Jackson will travel with us, Matai will travel with us. Um, I could only play Fletcher in one game, so I'll probably keep Fletcher back for the last game to get some minutes in that. So, but the ones who've been round it and been involved here and there will be with us.
Gavin has been training a lot?
Gavin's been training, yeah, a lot with us. He's trained well. It's been good to see him, obviously, around first team football. So possibility maybe he gets a few minutes on in the last game, but it's something which I just need to, because what we don't want to do is just throw all the kids in the last game. We want to still try and win the game as well. So it's a decision obviously I'll make on that next week.
Good. Any other news to share?
No, we're just obviously excited to start getting the players back in training, and we know we've got a very difficult game on Saturday, so just really preparing the best we can for that game, and we want to go there and compete and hopefully try and get a good result.
Zach, any questions on Zoom?
Yeah, we'll go to Jeff Strauss for one. Jeff, go ahead.
Wayne, can you hear me?
Yeah, hi.
Excellent. How you doing? Thanks for your time. With the week off and coming off of the last match, what's been the feeling around the players in training?
Yeah, the players have they had a few days after the Miami game in training, then I give them a few days rest. But yeah, it's been. I think in the Miami game there was positives in the game, and it was obviously disappointing the way we lost the game. The goals we conceded were not good enough from our point of view, but there was positives we can take from that game, and the training sessions have been good. This week they've trained hard. We've managed to get some physical work into them alongside some tactical work. So yeah, it's been good. But of course, as a coach, ideally you'd want all your squad there, but international breaks, you don't always get them.
How's Christian Benteke been after getting his account opened against Miami?
Yeah, no, he's been good. He's been he's again trained well, like all the players. You can see he's starting to settle in a bit more. I think you can see that. One thing now is my job. I want to get him a little bit more angry. So that's something which is on me to try and do. And I think if I can get him a little bit more angry and playing on the edge a little bit more, it'll improve him as a player. It's something which he maybe spoke to him over hasn't had that much of, but it's my job as a coach to try and do that.
What do you guys need to do in Montreal on Saturday to find some joy in the attacking third?
Yeah, no, I think the same in the last game against Miami. We created some really good chances, and I've said it since I come in here. We need to be a bit braver at times on the ball, and that's not just in the attacking third. I think in build-up as well. We haven't built the game up with as much authority as I'd like in some of the games. So we need to be a bit braver and try and value the ball a bit more, and then in the final third take risks, because that's the only way you create chances and score goals.